There have been some insane developments about the illegal migrant who shot two National Guardsmen just 2 miles away from the White House yesterday. And well, this is insane. Not only his identity and that he was one of the 80,000 Afghans that Biden let inside the country without vetting them whatsoever, but also that he worked with the CIA in Afghanistan and along other intelligence agencies. And also there were really suspicious Google search activities about his name days and hours before the attack. So let's try to unpack it there. So the guy is, I don't know how to pronounce this, Ramanullah Lakanwal, from Afghanistan. He shouted, of course, Allahu Akbar while shooting National Guardsmen. He entered he entered the U.S. legally in 2021 under Biden's Operation Allies Welcome during the Afghanistan withdrawal via a humanitarian parole, and his permission to stay had expired in September, as per the Department of Homeland Security sources. But the thing is most concerning that it's obvious that there's not a proper vetting of these people who enter by the thousands, regardless if there are a lot of stories about their practices, about their culture back then or done in Afghanistan. And I guess that right now they're still practicing that. I cannot even mention here on YouTube. Maybe I can mention that. I should. I should. I don't know how to say that. But also, the Afghan national accused of shooting two National Guard members worked with various U.S. government entities, including the CIA. Now, this is my question. If this guy worked with the CIA, didn't they have some kind of file on him? Because I can understand that somebody, an Afghan that, I don't know, helped some people open some doors back in Afghanistan, and then he catch that plane back into not back into the but inside the United States, into the United States. But another thing is working directly with the CIA. Didn't the CIA had some kind of file or background check about this guy? So maybe they just look the other way. And if you say anything, then you were racist or xenophobe or Islamophobe or any of those made up words that the liberals like to use. So he was a member of a partner force in Kandahar. And yeah, the stories that I have read about that, again, are wild. But the thing that doesn't add up is like this. CIA-backed Kandahar strike force that, as per leaked ID and Radcliffe in a Fox News interview, confirmed Lawanhal's ties to the CIA as part of that force. Is that his exact name? People were searching for his name, right? When his name was revealed, and they found out that this is his identification, his ID, is that days after this happened, and also hours after this happened, there were spikes in searches about his name. So how does it work? How exactly does this work? I try to have an idea. The idea that I have, the theory that I have about this is that, well, people knew that he was going to do this sort of attack. And those people, of course, were some kind of firms. Oh, let's find out who is this guy? Who is this guy who is about to do, the deed that he was trained to do? As it's obvious, as you remember the words of James Saki, that, back in the day, I can absolutely assure you that no one is coming into the United States of America who has not been through a thorough screening and background check process. Oh, no, that she was lying, of course.
You've talked about this a little bit, others have as well, but there are, of course, concerns among lawmakers, experts who've tracked this. We're seeing previous arrivals of large numbers of refugees from different parts of the world. Inevitably, there may be handfuls moving through the door, eventually deemed a security risk of some kind. What reassurances can you make about the screening process and the attempts to make sure that somebody like that doesn't make his or her way here?
I can absolutely assure you that no one is coming into the United States of America who has not been through a thorough screening and background check process. And there are many individuals, as you noted, who have not been through that process, and they have gone to lily pad countries as that process has been completed. It doesn't mean that that's because there's a flag. It means they have not completed their paperwork and working.
Well, you know that they were just making things up on the spot. They really didn't care. That's like this. The Afghan national who shot the National Guard members in Washington, D.C. entered the U.S. through Operation Allies Welcome, which was run by Alejandro Mayorkas. How you know that guy? The first, the Secretary of Homeland Security back in the day. Joe Biden put Mayorkas in charge of the nationwide effort to resettle Afghans following the chaotic U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. The criminal came to the United States in 2021. So, yeah, it didn't matter. And what you can imagine that, of course, Democrats are almost, I think that some of them are even defending the guy. I wouldn't be surprised, but all of them, of course, are blaming Trump for this. They're blaming Trump for putting the National Guard in the line of fire. Go figure. It's like Jane Mayer. This is so tragic, so necessary. This poor guardsman should never have been deployed. I live in DC and watch as they had virtually nothing to do but pick up trash. It was for political show and at what a cost. So you're telling me that if this guy didn't attack the National Guardsman, which, by the way, it's my understanding that they are still alive. It is my understanding as of the recording of this video that it's a miracle. They are alive and we are sending prayers for them. I really hope they make it. It's a man and a woman who are in a very critical condition. And according to Jane, if it was Trump to blame, it is Trump to blame because he put the National Guard in Washington, D.C. So this guy, this dude, he wouldn't have not done nothing to anybody, nor not civilians, not cops, not nobody. It was only the target was National Guardsmen. That's her argument. Yeah, this is moronic. Being angry at this line, MAGA freaks, is the correct response, says Pisco. Do not give them 1 inch, increase your opposition to their deceptions and delusions. Ridicule them relentlessly. So again, what lies? What lies? Is everything on record? I mean, there's so much stuff in here. I have so much stuff about this. I wanted to give you the nitty-gritty about this, but it's like cynical Publius says, Democrats' brains are so clogged with propaganda that they cannot grasp the basic logic of how the Sedition 6 inflammatory rhetoric could lead to U.S. soldiers being murdered. So let me break down the obvious logic trail for the midwits. The Sedition 6 implied that the things Trump ordered were unlawful orders. Thus, any soldier doing his or her job as instructed by Trump and the chain of command was carrying out unlawful orders, a war crime. 3, a shooter would therefore believe he was justified in shooting war criminals. And this guy had further intentions as well. And to the people who were saying, but it's like this. I think that it was a senator who said these people were going to open fire on civilians at any point. I think that there was. I think that I have it around here. I have so many. This is the what I'm showing you. I have some. This one. Here's Senator Slotkin. Senator Slotkin, just a few days ago, claiming the National Guard was about to start shooting at American civilians, and the National Guardsmen who were shot, they were unarmed. The guy was taken down with a pocket knife. Go figure. Another fellow guardsman put his life in danger, of course, trying to defend his friends with a pocket knife. And these people, this is what they do. This is what they do. And I'm pretty sure that so many of them are this short. Of course, yeah. Some of them are doing the meme. Oh, what about all the other Afghans who are going to suffer because of this. Yeah, they're doing the meme. But again, I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Power Pundit. Much love and bliss.